Hello everyone, welcome to the geography class. In this video, I'll be continuing with the 6th chapter of class 10th geography, that is manufacturing industries. In my previous video, I have discussed about what is manufacturing, why it is required in a country. Then we have discussed about the various factors which need to be considered before setting up any industry in India or anywhere, right? Then we have discussed the different the classification of industries into different categories considering different criterias. Now in this video I'll be discussing about the agro based industries first. So let's start the topic. Agro based industry contributes significantly to industrial production, around 14%, employment generation 35 million person directly it employed, and foreign exchange earning about 24.6%. Some of the important facts: it contributes 4% towards GDP. It is second largest industry after agriculture and possesses unique position in Indian economy. It is the only industry that is self-reliant and complete in the value chain, that is, from the raw material to value-added products. Now firstly we'll discuss about the cotton textile industry. The first cotton textile mill was set up in Mumbai in 1854. In such information, students are very important from exam point of view. One mark question can come on where the first cotton textile mills set up in India, in which year it was set up, question like this. Now the cotton textile is mainly located in Maharashtra and Gujarat because of certain factors like availability of raw cotton, as black cotton soil is present there, good transport facilities including port facilities, availability of labor, good moist climates. So all these factors, all these features supports the cotton textile industry in this zone. Main exports, India mainly exports cotton to Japan, USA, UK, France, Sri Lanka, Nepal, East European countries, etc. Cotton textile is produced by three methods in India: handloom, power looms and mills. Cotton textile industry involves ginning, spinning, weaving, dyeing, designing, tailoring and packaging to produce ready-made garments. This industry creates support to many other industries such as chemical and dyes, mill stores, packaging material, engineering works, etc. Means this industry is connected with so many other industries. Spinning is centralized in Maharashtra, Gujarat and Tamil Nadu. India has world-class production in spinning. Weaving is decentralized in India. The weaving, knitting and processing units in India are not equipped to use high quality yarn produced by spinning units. So spinners export our yarn and manufacturers import yarn. Now there are certain challenges to the cotton textile industry, like scarcity of good quality cotton. Main cotton growing area went to Pakistan during division. Old machinery, erratic power supply, low output from labor, tough competition from synthetic fibers. Now these are certain challenges which currently the cotton textile industry is facing. Here is an image of cotton textile industry. This is how the work is done. Now India's map showing the cotton textile mills in India. As you can see, most of the units are situated in Gujarat and Maharashtra zone. Some of the important centers here are Vadodara, Ahmedabad, Rajkot, Surat, Aurangabad, Jalgaon, Indore. This map is important from exam point of view. You need to know some of the important centers of cotton growing or cotton textile where the cotton textile industry is located in India. Now, the second important agro-based industry in India is jute textiles. India is largest producer of raw jute and jute goods. There is about 70 jute mills in our country. First jute mill was set up in Risha or Kolkata in 1859. This is important from exam point of view. Jute is used in making rope, bags, carpets, etc. Most of the jute mills are located along Hooghly River in West Bengal because raw jute is available for West Bengal, expensive water transportation, a good network of railways, roadways and waterways to facilitate movement of raw material to the mills, abundant water for processing raw jute. This is very important because in jute industry it requires ample of water. So presence of a river and near to the sea coast provides abundant of water supply to this industry. Cheap labor from West Bengal and adjoining states of Bihar, Orissa and Uttar Pradesh. Kolkata as a large urban center provides banking, insurance and port facilities for export of jute goods. Now some of the challenges faced by jute industry. Stiff competition in international market from synthetic substitutes and from other competitors like Bangladesh, Brazil, Philippines, Egypt and Thailand. Some of the solution can be think of. In 2005, National Jute Policy was formulated with the objective of increasing productivity, improving quality, ensuring good prices to the jute farmers and enhancing the yield per hectare. In such situation, government intervention is required for the progress, for the development of particular industries. So this was the step taken by the Indian government in 2005. Now we'll talk about the sugar industry. India stands second as a world producer of sugar. India occupies the first place in the production of gur and khandsari. The raw material used in this industry is bulky. It is the second largest agro-based industry after cotton. In 2010 and 11, there were over 662 sugar mills in the country spread over Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Maharashtra, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Gujarat, Punjab, Haryana and Madhya Pradesh. So the important sugar mills are located in Uttar Pradesh or in the northern region, as you can see. Some of the important challenges that this industry is facing include the seasonal nature of the industry, old and inefficient methods of production, transport delay in reaching cane to factories, need to maximize the use of bagasse. In recent years, a trend is seen in the shifting of sugar industry from northern to southern regions of India. This is a very prominent question which often comes in board exam. So we'll discuss the reasons why the sugar industry is shifting from northern region to southern regions in India. Earlier, UP and Bihar were the main producers of sugarcane. Therefore, most of the sugar mills were located in these two states only. But now sugar mills are shifting towards Maharashtra and Karnataka because of the following reasons. First of all, the per hectare production of sugarcane is higher in southern India. Black soil is quite suitable for cultivation of sugarcane. Sucrose contained in the sugarcane is higher in Maharashtra and Karnataka. It means more sugar can be produced for less sugarcane. Mills and machines are new in southern states. New and modern machines increase the productivity. Crushing season for sugarcane is longer in southern India because the southern part of India is near to the equator, and this industry requires such type of climate. Then cooperative sugar mills are running successfully in southern states. So students, we have discussed some of the important agro-based industries in this video. Wait for the next video. We'll be covering the mineral based industries in that. Thanks for watching this video.